Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and fans of drones everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live! Come on, do the sit in your chair dance. Do it, yeah, do the one arm dance. Oh heck, bring two arms into it. Shadow boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, Dana freaking Williams. Look at you right there. Welcome to the show, sir. It's good to have you back. There will be peeling videos for you to view tonight. Tonight's guest is Senator Whitney Westerfield of Kentucky. He's a bigwig. Yeah, but he's also a droner. Yeah.
I just think he has to wear a tie every day.
Can you turn your microphone up a little bit?
Yeah, I can, man.
Yeah. You know, I don't.
He has to wear a tie every day to work.
Oh, no. You know how politicians do the casual look with the shirt open and the blazer? He does that, too. He's cool. I talked to him for a little bit. We'll talk to him in a little bit. And he's got some great footage of the Capitol in Kentucky.
Oh.
So I'll share that. Also, tonight, your chance to win these. These are filters for the Mavic 2. What the heck is it? The Mavic 2, the Zoom. And we'll be giving those away. But first, it is the Cadillac of processed meat. It is Pigeon Jerky, our esteemed sponsor.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah!
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky,
the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah! Woo! All right.
Have we ever named the pigeon?
No, we haven't.
It's interesting, isn't it? I just thought about that. Boy, we've never named.
We haven't named the pigeon, and somebody
that needs to be a contest.
Somebody mentioned that my thing here is crooked. Let me fix it. There we go.
Yeah.
400 AGL made me that. Isn't that cool?
Really?
Yeah, Mel.
Cool.
He sold his truck, man.
Are you kidding me?
He sold his truck. Yeah, and he's gonna be a terrestrial, living in his home here in West Tennessee, and just doing the YouTube thing. So congratulations to you, Mel. I hope, is Mel in the chat?
Well,
is he in the chat?
Yes, he's in there.
Okay. By the way, if you see Flight Dubs in the chat up there, that is the senator, and we're going to be talking to him in just about 30 minutes. But first, let's go to the newsroom.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All the news that you'd ever want to know about drones. It's Jeff Sills in the newsroom. What's happening, sir?
Well, I've got great news for you, sir.
What is it?
So we'll start with a fun one. In Canada, we have our first official convicted criminal for unsafe drone use.
Yeah, look at him in his tie and his books and his glasses and his big black... Oh, no, it's the other guy, isn't it?
It's the other guy.
No, that's what I figured. Yeah.
Tofik Chamas was fined $3,000 and sentenced to 5 days in jail for repeatedly flying his drone in restricted area. He was warned on multiple occasions to stop doing what he was doing and just kept ignoring it. So, unfortunately, he gets to be the first.
Well, somebody had to be, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody had to be.
Yeah, and there's plenty of idiots. There's plenty of people out there who could have been.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of idiocy, a Gatlinburg man had a problem with his Parrot drone. It broke after only one use, and somehow this made the news.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know how this made the news. I mean, everybody has this kind of problem with customer service, but here you go.
This is what I bought.
John Saunier purchased a drone in July.
This is the drone. It's the Parrot Drone 2.
Mr. Saunier said he flew his Parrot Bebop 2 only one time, just days after it arrived.
Then I had problems with the controller and the charger. These are the batteries for the drone. The battery that was inside the controller got hot.
John said the controller stopped working, and only one charger came in the package from the manufacturer. Because of its bargain price, the Parrot Bebop 2 is considered a starter drone.
Well, right now I can't fly it. I don't have the controller for it.
Once he sent the controller off in early August, correspondence began in mid-August between John and the business that sold his drone, the Parrot Company.
They'll have a supervisor call me. And the supervisor never called me.
In mid-October, John was sent a letter of apology, similar to the one he had received in September.
I just can't understand these people. I really can't.
You get the same letter, 2 weeks apart practically, yet you still don't have your refund or anything.
Oh yeah, but it's on its way.
We called the Parrot Company in California for their response, and we're told we're working on Mr. Saulnier's order and dealing with his issue. We were also asked to have John call their office. He did. John said he was told to return the entire unit, and once it's received, he'll get a full refund.
Now, 3 times, Parrot's customer service said it was sorry for any inconvenience that John experienced. While he appreciated Parrot's comments and concern, all he wanted was some action to be taken.
Yeah, now it's a shame that had to happen to him. I don't know if it was a slow news day or whatever, but the worst thing for me is that this guy is a veteran. You know, these guys fought hard for our freedom. Let the dude have a working drone, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Absolutely.
What's wrong with you, Parrot? Making me
It's
mad.
French people.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Stanford University has decided they're going to one-up everybody by creating small flying robots that have the ability to move loads up to 40 times their own weight.
Okay. And why?
I guess basically they're trying to increase the flexibility of being able to use these drones in multiples to be able to do heavy lift work.
Man, that's a strong drone. Look at him, he's opening that door. Do it. I tell you, if I ever need to open a door, I know what drone I'm gonna get. It's so weird. Like just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
Nah.
I'm just saying.
Well, all right. So for a good drone story, we'll switch over to Albuquerque, New Mexico, in which the fire department was able to actually use 2 of their drones to assist in putting out a fire.
Yes.
This drone footage gave the Bernalillo County Fire Department, along with Albuquerque Fire and Rescue, an aerial view of the fire, which they have never had before.
We had very rapid collapse of the roof, which prohibited our field crews from making entry into the structure.
The fire was too dangerous and too hot for firefighters to go in, so they put up the drones to help them fight it.
So we had to work from the exterior with 2 aerials and master streams to try to put the fire out.
Not only was the fire department able to use this drone to get a better vantage point of the situation, but they were able to use thermal technologies to get a better idea of all of the hot spots of that fire.
With the drones, it allows us to concentrate water application to the specific areas that are hot versus just wasting a lot of water and creating flooding and damage to other property.
Firefighters put out the fire in just 1 hour. This is only the 2nd time BCFD has used drones. But could they use this technology for a water rescue?
It can be used in that capacity, but the fast-moving nature of an arroyo rescue, by the time we get it up, they've shot past.
Although this equipment is still pretty new, BCFD is hopeful about what they will be able to tackle in the future with this bird's-eye perspective.
You know, that thermal image was pretty cool, but yeah, maybe you agree with me. I think that reporter should have been a little bit more hot. She looked a little hotter to me.
You'd think they would have been at least a little orange glow of some sort.
Yes. Yeah.
And I also love the little little picture of the spark. How that's going to be, the spark's going to be out there rescuing people.
Yeah, well, those are the disposable drones, I'm guessing. Can you imagine getting a spark near any kind of open flame?
Man.
To your spark.
And the fire department, of course, is one of the few groups that have the right to be able to fly around things like this. You know, so that's also, it's good to see the drones being used in a positive manner. With the FAA strengthening the rules and regulations, one of the things that's recently changed is that they've strengthened the rules and restrictions near high security Navy submarine bases. Now, we've always known that we're not allowed to fly around military bases to begin with, but the interesting thing about this new restriction is that it also restricts flying over the ships as they're coming in and out of the harbor. So not necessarily in the base vicinity or the base facility itself, but the ships, you know, transitioning out to sea.
Well, I mean, any ship, when it's in operation, be it coming or going or defending our territory or whatever, just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, that fire department was using a matrice, which also made the news this week. Matrice, DJI released a warning for users with the Matrice and the Inspire 2. Ken, knock.
Yeah.
That they have a problem with their batteries. The batteries are failing and the drones are just falling out of the sky. This has happened globally, not only here in the United States, but also in the UK. So for those of you that have the Inspire 2 and the Matrice 200, please make sure that you read the result of the information from DJI and I guess act accordingly to make sure you do whatever updates or requirements they recommend on the drone batteries.
You know what? This is just the last straw. That's it. I'm done with the Inspire 2. Let's just go ahead and give it away tonight, because I don't want to take any chances that it'll fall out. I almost did it with a straight face. I almost did it. I was this close.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right.
You'll never sell that.
Nope.
Sorry.
No. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, the anonymous donor assured me that he's flown with these batteries many, many times, and there's never been a problem.
Yeah, as to what's causing the issue, DJI has not released much detail, just the fact that they're giving the warning to users. So, speaking of DJI releasing information, they also have introduced a new drone.
Yeah.
The Mavic Enterprise was released this week.
How do you feel about that? Thoughts?
I think that the enterprise environment, the corporate environment and stuff, needs to have a small drone like this. There are a bunch of uses that this can be used in the enterprise environment.
Okay. Okay. Who is their target? Emergency services?
Actually, any one of the groups, you know, agricultural could use this. The groups that do surveying and inspections could use this. The simple fact that it's small and mobile and can be, you know, carried around easily without needing a lot of extra equipment, it's a big boon for them.
It's actually pretty clever of them to go ahead and make these modular attachments, because that's more sales, you know? Sell that plastic stuff. You know, they're going to sell the one plastic thing, and then if you can have interchangeable plastic things that you can also sell. This is what I've been saying about the upcoming, hopefully, fingers crossed, Phantom 5. They're going to have interchangeable lenses and all this other stuff that you can put on it. That's where the money is made. You make the platform, then you sell the stuff that's the Phantom 5.
No, I don't think there's any such thing.
You make the platform, then you make all the other stuff that you can glue on it. That's why, you know, you see these people like your son, Dana, with their Rice Rocket cars. They buy the regular car, then they glue a bunch of stuff on it. Hey, man, I need a hood scoop. Man, I need that skirt. And, of course, I got to have the tail on the back and all that other stuff, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's accessories.
Never ends.
It
never ends.
That's where the money is. And so, with that, I've actually been inspired to create my own line. And if you'll just indulge me for one moment, ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Phantom 4 Kenterprise.
Kenterprise?
Yeah, it's got everything. It's got everything that you'd ever need on here. It's got the light. It's got It's got this laser here that you can measure distances. If you're a surveyor, this is perfect. It's right on there. Now right now my design team hasn't gotten around the fact that the blades don't spin that well, but everything else about it, of course, it's going to weigh a lot. And the best part of this is, once you have this, it's going to be coveted by everyone around you. So you're going to want to have something for self-defense, and that's why I have this switchblade knife right there that can pop out, and then you could just stab anybody that would steal your Phantom 4 Kenterprise. So there it is. Feel free to order now, but this one's mine.
Yeah.
It's the
You better believe it.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's got. I can't shut it. Everybody's so excited about this.
Where can I order? Can I call 1-800-Kenter?
Oh yeah, you can. Now it's one of those numbers that spells out something. You can order it from 1-800-Totally Useless Item, and they got to spell that out.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you got to spell that out. The light I put on there is perfect for when you're not allowed to fly at night. It'll light up the area at night when you're not allowed to fly, so that's perfect.
Yep. But do you have a speaker?
Yes.
A bullhorn.
My team of engineers are figuring out a way to. Well, yeah, we have the step 1 here, which is the gaffer's tape, and I got a set of walkie-talkies, and we're gonna slap that right on there. So there will be speakers.
Okay.
And also, it'll have its own music source. I'm attaching a Technics 1200 turntable to it, but I haven't figured out how to keep the record from skipping once it's in flight. But we'll work all that. It'll be fine. But Jeff, thank you so much for the news today. Now you have a couple announcements. One, how is the Phantom 4 rebuild coming? Just very quickly. Tell
right. So last piece has been ordered. That we finally found the gimbal motor, the correct gimbal motor. That will show up next week. So by the end of next week, we should have the gimbal reassembled and hopefully have it reattached to the drone.
Okay. All
now,
right.
Because I had a lot of free time on my hand waiting for these parts, I decided I was going to go ahead and start tinkering around with Chris Rollins' Mavic that he provided to me to repair. And I ran across a small problem that I need your assistance with, and I think Dana would probably be able to help me out with this. Because apparently, in the entire time that Chris Rollins was using this particular drone, he never took this little tab off.
Oh
right
no!
No, it's not. No!
Do it!
And there's plastic right there that was in the way, probably, blocking some of the view that he needed to be able to safely use the drone.
Impairing the
Look
flight.
at that. Look how pristine that screen is. Now, what I need you to do, Jeff, is touch it. Fingerprint. Do it. Oh my goodness. Oh, the crowd is shocked. Thanks, man.
And a big shout out to Chris Rollins. Thank you very much for leaving this little fella there for that kind of fun.
I can't believe. Now I'm gonna have to talk with Chris.
I bet that plastic's still on my air.
I bet it is.
I bet it is.
Dude, you just stop. Jeff, thank you so much. There's a link to Jeff's channel. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel, and the news wiki for all the rest of the news. There's links in the description. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. Yeah, sorry about that, buddy. All right. So, I'm going to say goodbye to Jeff here as I hang up on him in the background. And now, it's just us.
He's hung up on.
Yeah. Alexa, tell me a joke.
You've done it now.
Why was the ninja promoted?
Why?
Because he never showed up at work.
Oh,
because he's a ninja. Okay.
Maybe he was just real quiet.
Wow, that was horrible.
That was horrible.
So, there is something that I want to talk with the senator about in just about 12 minutes. It's a very important issue.
It is.
Yeah, and Dana, you'll be on board with this one.
Okay.
But right now, how about if I share just the crappiest video someone's sent me? But
I
first,
can't wait to see it.
let me thank Ian Peacham, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Hey Ken, I would love to fly with you one day. Have I missed any super chats? I think I might have. Let me go back and just make sure. I don't want to miss any. I'm so sorry. I probably did. I can't scroll back that far. But thank you anyway. So yes, this is from Scott Stauffer, and he sent what I think is the crappiest video that anyone's ever sent to me, and I thank him very much. Dear Ken, I love your videos and your weekly show. Keep up the good work. I recently helped a friend get into droning, and we went to his plant to fly them. I think you'll appreciate this, as you are used to dealing with a lot of crap from time to time. So here it is. Thanks a lot, Scott Stauffer. Enjoy this crap. That's a lot of crap, man. You gotta wonder if house prices near this are lower. What do you think?
Now we did a treatment plant, but
yeah, we did. Did we see any of this stuff?
Anything was wide open like that.
Oh, look at that. Nice shot. You got both.
Looks like a gate's open. You can just walk right out in there. And
yeah.
Swim.
Yeah, I would think that the crap would be enough to keep people away. They wouldn't need a gate.
Yeah, you notice they're out in the middle of a cornfield or something.
Yeah, right. Oh, I get it. Corn. Ah, Dana, you're funny. Thank you so much, Scott Stauffer. Oh my God, potty humor already? And we have an esteemed senator? I apologize, sir. I apologize. Yeah. I'm out of order. I am out of order. Did I mention that
you're out of order? I tell you.
The prize tonight is these filters.
I heard somebody asking about the phone.
Oh,
the phone giveaway.
Yes. I'm giving away the Google Pixel 3 phone. And here it is right here. Google Pixel 3. It's an awesome phone. If you want to learn more about it, the video is on my channel. And there's an easy way to enter. All you do is follow my instructions in the video and say there's 1,000 people that comment. Then you have a 1 in 1,000 chance of winning this, which is a very pricey item. In fact, I think it's the most expensive thing I've ever given away on my channel.
Well, I was sitting here thinking it very well may be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is.
Yeah. So thanks for all the response so far. But yeah, go check that out when you have time. Another thing, right now, you can go ahead and pre-order these shirts. What is it? What is it, Dana?
Oh, the senator just commented, I'm in politics, Ken, so I'm used to crappiness.
Ah, nice. Nice. About 7 minutes away from talking with Whitney Westerfield, senator from Kentucky. And you can order these fabulous shirts. These will teach the people that were... Before you approach me, consider the law. This is a last resort thing. If you're getting some angry people headed your way, then you can flap open your coat or your vest and show them that. They
got to get mighty close to you to read the law.
Well, that's why I have these handy dandy laminated versions that also come with the shirt. Thanks for mentioning that, Dana. You can hand these out, say you're controlling your drone, be like, hey, read this, buddy, and you can continue to fly, and then they'll go away. Yeah. So, let's see.
Bush pilot's asking if anybody has any DJI tattoos.
I do. You know, I haven't shown that in a while.
I don't think you have.
I haven't.
It's
sure.
a nice one, my friend.
It really is. And I forget about it because it's back here, but I'll share it if you like.
Yeah, you put it where nobody can see, where you can't even see it.
That was the only real estate I had at the time. It's a Phantom. I don't know if you can even...
Up under there, you gotta.
Hold on. I'll use the other camera here. Camera 2. Here it is. This is my.
There it is, right there.
My Phantom tattoo.
Ain't that beautiful?
That's pretty good, isn't it? He did a good job.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there you go. And now we'll just leave it on back of my head cam for the evening. I want to mention something. You remember Phantom Panic, Lonnie?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was devastated by Hurricane Michael. And he sent a video of him driving through his decimated neighborhood. I'm going to share that with you, but I also have an email from him. And he says, "Hey, Ken, attached is a video I took of some area around where I live. This kind of damage goes on for tens of miles. It was like one giant tornado hurricane. And this was filmed on October 10th, 2018. Thanks again to everyone who sent a donation. Much appreciated, everybody. Very generous. And again, thank you for mentioning us on your live show. See you Thursday for the live show. I hope, if internet permits, that is. Lonnie, Phantom Panic." And here he is just driving around what used to be his neighborhood.
It's sad here.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
So Ken, this is some of my neighborhood, man.
He also apologized for the vertical video. Said, "That's all right, man. Look at all that. Isn't that terrible?"
Gosh. You'd think a tornado went through here.
You know, it's something that's always run through my mind is when something horrible like that happens, and all of a sudden a large group of people all at the same time are throwing claims at insurance companies, and just all of these people after the same thing. They need the same, everybody needs the same equipment, the same workers, the same everything, you know. Man, what, just how tragic, just absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's a very sobering video. And I appreciate you continuing to contact me and let everybody know how you're doing. I got time for one more video. This is from Travis Wright. And this is a video of twin trestles on Rollins Pass. I'll go ahead and play the video while I'm reading his letter. "Hello, Ken. This is Rollins Pass. First, an expansive Native American game drive complex with international significance, then a toll wagon road, then the highest standard gauge railroad in North America. When the rails were removed in the mid-1930s, it then became an automobile road. Portions of the road are closed now due to tunnels collapsing and rock falls, but it's incredibly beautiful and historic country up there. And about 100 years ago, there was a train track across these two trestles, but it's now just a path for hikers and bicyclists. My wife and I documented an undiscovered rail car wreck that careened off the edge of one of these trestles and worked with archaeology students at Colorado State University to ensure it was properly recorded." That's from Travis Wright.
I couldn't do it.
You couldn't?
I couldn't.
Well, you couldn't go up there?
No, man, I couldn't. I couldn't even walk that, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm sure you had to do some hiking to get up there. That's pretty amazing.
And where is this?
I don't know. Somewhere like that. It's in Colorado.
In Colorado.
It's in Colorado, yeah. I'd be afraid I would tumble down.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Man, one misstep, or you know, if you was to push me or anything, I'm gone.
Yeah, I remember that time you and I were in Nashville at the meat factory on the roof, and you stood up on that little platform to get a better picture of Nashville in the distance.
Yeah,
and you were like, whoa, whoa, whoa! Jacob, his son had to catch him because he would have, and I would, you know, my back, I'd be like, hey, good luck to you.
Yeah. Good luck. Have fun.
All right. Thanks, Dana. Okay. So if you would like to send me anything like that, viewer video of the week or any kind of video, you can go ahead and send that to kenheronupload@gmail.com. If you would like to mail me anything, like candy. I love candy. Send me candy, please. From far off lands. I love foreign candy. I'm almost running out. There was some somebody that sent Japanese candy. It was fantastic. So now
Japanese candy.
Yeah, Japanese candy. All right, let's go ahead and break Skype by bringing in the senator.
You think he'll have a tie on?
A what?
A tie. You think he'll have one on?
Oh, a tie? If he does, I bet he's taking it off right now as he's.
I bet he is, isn't he? I bet he's had it on most of the day.
I think he's probably in cash clothes.
Yeah.
This isn't
He's gotta be cash. We're talking drones over here.
Yeah, man. This is, this isn't. This is just a casual convo. Ladies and gentlemen, if we're lucky, Senator.
He had the tie on.
Did he?
Had it on.
Okay, I'm not seeing him. Uh-oh. Oh no, Dana. Dana, do you see him?
I see him.
Okay, because there he is. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Welcome to the show.
He had the tie on.
Did you have the tie on and take it off?
As a matter of fact, I did not wear a tie today, guys.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'll let you down. I did not wear one today.
So, welcome to the show. Thanks for taking time to talk with us.
Oh man, this is a treat. I appreciate it.
First of all, let everybody know your exact title, where you are, what your district is, and all of that.
I am the 3rd District State Senator in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. I represent all of Christian, Todd, and Logan counties in West Kentucky. Sort of the 3 big counties between Bowling Green and the lakes. When you see the lakes over the left-hand west end of the state of Kentucky. And the 3 big counties in between all those.
Okay, awesome. And
you're in Hoptown?
I live just north of Hoptown, yes, sir.
You do, really? I got friends that live in Hoptown that they actually they own a little store there called Gracious Me. I bet you know that place.
Yeah, the Calhouns.
Yeah, Calhoun Sherry. Yeah, buddy.
You guys are old friends, man.
Yeah.
Small world, Dana.
Yeah, buddy, man. They're great people, man.
So not only is he a senator, but more importantly, he's also a droner. And
I am. I've been doing commercial drone piloting for a couple years now.
And we were talking just briefly yesterday. You got your Part 107 even before me, and I was one of the very first ones.
By just a day or two. Yeah. And I felt so proud of myself that I had even beat the great Ken Heron to get that certification done.
Yeah, but if it weren't for the great Ken Heron, you wouldn't know that you had to renew, right?
You're dang straight.
That came up.
I
you're
had
like,
no idea that it was going to expire, and you had some video, and you were talking about you having to study again, and I freaked out, and so I went and looked it up, and lo and behold, I got to take the darn test all over again.
That is the part of that sucks, right?
You really
there.
Should you have to do that?
No, you shouldn't have. Every 2 years, even.
That's
crazy.
That's a little excessive. I mean, even truck drivers with CDLs. Don't have to retake the whole thing, don't you? If you have to renew your license, every 4 years or something?
Every year they have to go through some sort of testing, health test and all that.
Okay.
CDLs, I believe. I bet Mel would know for sure.
Mel would know. But I was checking out some of your stuff, and I got to tell you, you're a great pilot.
Well, thanks, man.
I'm going to share it now. The video I'm about to show is of the Capitol building, and what drone is this?
If it's the one showing the dome, that's an Inspire 1 Pro from a couple years ago.
Okay. And
no, that one.
Yeah,
that one is a Phantom 4 Advanced.
Okay. And
you're cheating, man. We couldn't do that.
Yeah, you must know somebody pretty important to be able to get access to do that.
I asked for permission.
Yeah. Well, here's the part that nobody but a senator could do. In a second, he will fly inside the building.
Yeah. By the way, I couldn't have timed that any better because the flag started flapping open right as I got to him.
I noticed that.
Perfect shot.
It was like kismet. Now, How did you go about getting permission? Who did you have to speak to?
Well, for the interior shots, I actually asked the Senate clerk and the House clerk. I wanted to make sure I was on the up and up, and so it's an odd request. They had never been asked for permission to fly inside. By the way, I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah, because
you were.
Film's 100-something odd years old. I'd be the one goober that would destroy.
Look at that.
Now, did you have prop guards on?
I did not.
Oh man,
it really was. It was close.
Did you have any
right there? Isn't it? Yeah.
Did you have any close calls?
I've been there.
Yeah.
You know, the hardest part about this was that with the DJI, the GPS kept wanting to connect, and it would disconnect and connect and disconnect and connect, and every time it would stutter. And so it was sort of tricky to get a smooth shot that didn't.
People
with
ask
the sensors on the front or the bottom.
Yeah, people ask all the time. They ask, do you fly an Addy inside? Do you have to do this or that? I just leave it on GPS. And usually I don't have any problems with it inside. I guess it depends on the building, how it's constructed, if there's metal. But this is absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. And the acoustic cats there that are credited, it's an a cappella group. They met at the University of Kentucky, and they have this beautiful, I'm going to say something I can't believe I'm going to say this publicly.
Yeah.
I love Rocky Top. And as a diehard Kentucky fan, it's hard for me to admit that out loud.
Well, I got to tell you.
But the Acoustic Cats version of My Old Kentucky Home, boy, it just gets you.
Dana,
they were kind enough to let me put that as the background track for that video.
Do you want to, and I had to change the music. I apologize. If there's a link if you want to check it out, the full version. Dana, do you want to tell the senator your connection to Rocky Top?
You know, I have a little connection to Rocky Top in that Bobby and Sonny Osborne, do you know who that is? They are the originals that had Rocky Top. They are my uncles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Which are from Kentucky.
Right.
They are from Hyden, Kentucky. They also have another Kentucky state song. They have that Tennessee state song, which is Rocky Top. They also have a Kentucky state song called Kentucky that they've done.
I haven't heard that. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
Awesome. I want to show one more video from you, and I think this is part of your demo. And there's stuff blowing up in it, and my drone actually made an appearance in your video.
Your drone was the only reason I was there, Ken.
Well, shucks, Senator. Come on now. All right, here is some awesome footage. And again, what are you flying here?
This is the Phantom 4 Advanced.
All right.
I didn't have any need for the extra sensors that are on the Pro, and it had the Pro level camera specs. That's what I really wanted. The 4K 60 frames is what I really like to shoot with.
Right.
So,
is this where we were?
Yeah, it is. And where were you when you were filming this? Because I wanted to get close like this. Were you right up on the bridge there?
I was pretty close on the Canton side, not the LBL side, obviously.
Is that the
this
side?
Was actually the day before when I shot that.
Oh, okay. And then there it goes.
There's the.
Yeah. And
yeah, I'm so jealous, man. You got closer than I did, and I'm kicking myself for not getting closer to that darn bridge.
Well, I was actually afraid to get as close as I did because some debris, you could see it in the water splashing. Yeah. I took a big chance. I had actually 2 drones up that day, me and a friend. But look at this. This is awesome. Now, how did you get hooked up to film that?
Well, I got press credentials. This is a tower that's in downtown Frankfurt, and they took it down this February or March. I stayed up here an extra weekend. We were in session that week, and I just stayed up here.
I'm going to show it again.
I wasn't going to miss a chance to fly the drone over a tower demolition because I've never had a chance to do that before.
Yeah, that's great.
Actually, that got picked up by some channels and some websites around the world. They really like this particular shot. It's one of my more popular videos. And then this stuff, I mentioned to you when we talked before the show that one of my biggest customers for commercial flight is what I'm shooting this ag stuff for. It's big tractor power. That's the name of the channel, Big Tractor Power, and they're just on the cusp of 100,000 subscribers. You can check that channel out.
Hey.
And he stands out in the field and just captures tractors doing what they do. He narrates it. He talks about the history of this model and how long it's been built, and it does this and that and the other. And he's hired me to supplement some of that ground footage from stuff from the air.
Okay, and what drone is this?
The beach scenes here of the Panama City from a couple of years ago is a Mavic Pro. The ag stuff I use the Phantom 4 Advanced.
So which do you think is faster, the Phantom or the Mavic that you have?
Ooh, I actually think the Mavic is a bit faster than my Phantom, but maybe that's just in my imagination.
Okay, and now we're approaching the end.
You know, when I was down in Florida last year, I found it so interesting. We were down around Destin in that area, and I was there for a week, and not one day of that week, we stayed right on the beach. Not one day did I see one drone there.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I was there last May of this year. That footage was shot in 2017 at Panama City Beach. This year, my family and I went to Destin, and I called the airfields. I got permission for everybody that was close. The DJI drones wouldn't take off, or I could take off, but as soon as it acquired the GPS, it automatically force landed. I was grounded all week. Couldn't fly anywhere.
That's frustrating.
When I went, I didn't take mine, and I thought, well, I should have brought my drone. And then as the week went by, I went, man, I haven't seen one drone out here all week. Now, somebody's got a fence up somewhere.
Somebody somewhere must. We were right there on the water as well. I was so frustrated. I was looking forward to flying and couldn't get it off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have to go back to this video very quickly. There's a little part from the beginning, and you can see where I was in relation to you. There's the bridge. And then where's Ken? Where is he? Oh, he's right over there. There I am, the little dot.
Was this the same one that I was there?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I believe so, right? That was the Barkley?
That was the Barkley.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
No, that was earlier this year.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Now you did the other one over Kentucky Lake, the land between the lakes there. You did one a couple years ago for Kentucky Lake. That's been a big project over the last several years.
That's right.
To replace both of those bridges, but you've been to that one.
I remember
That's the one that you and I did, right?
You and I did that one that I just showed. The one before that was with Gary.
Yeah.
That was the first one I did. But so we got to talk about a few things, and I really don't know how to broach this, and I'm going to try to be as ease into it the best I can, but I have to find out from you. Now, the original way that you and I met was through an email you sent about my distillery video, and I'm not going to mention the name of it. Lawyers. But you know, I had no idea that it was going to be as popular as it turned out to be. But if you're interested, you can look it up on my channel. It's a confrontation video that I did last. And then you wrote to me, and you were on my side, agreeing that it was a little unfair. And so what are your thoughts and feelings about that?
Well, I just, I let the Distillery Association that unnamed distillery belongs to, and they're good people, and the association is good people.
Yes.
And they've got some really good advocates here in Kentucky. And I reached out to one. I said, hey, just FYI, this video's up here, and this guy is a legitimate drone operator who knows the law in and out, and he goes by the book. Might ought to think about how to make amends here. And so I think they've run that up the chain. I told you that I would talk to that gentleman this morning, and we did talk, but I did not get a report on what the status of that is. I know that the parent company is this big, global, massive distiller that's Italian.
Okay.
They've got to go through several layers of bureaucracy there. But my hope is that they'll have you come back up at some point.
That would be great.
Record the distillery proper.
That would be great. My original intention was just to film the bridge from their property,
right.
Because that was the closest vantage point. It's very hard to get a place to see, to keep visual line of sight for the bridge that we were shooting. And that's why I asked the manager inside the gift shop for permission. People in the comments are losing their minds. A lot of them are missing the point, saying that you were trespassing. Of course you should leave. And that's fine. Yes, of course. If my permission was revoked, I'm going to leave, but I can't leave without my drone. And I had to get that back safely. And that's where the sticking point came in, because
how dare you bring the drone back to your control in your hands?
Yeah, I think that the first lady, she didn't know where the drone was, didn't know it was that far away. And
my sense is that they thought you were filming their facility.
Yeah,
they've got and anybody who checks out this video, you can figure out who the distillery is, and a quick Google search will tell you they've got an A-list star as their sort of spokesperson, celebrity spokesperson. And maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're just worried people are attracted to it, and it's sort of a spot. I don't know.
I just want to apologize. Thank you, Dennis Lovelady, for letting me know. $20 super chat letting me know about the audio. I think I fixed it. I apologize. I just get going with everything, and I don't see the chat. Apparently, we had an audio problem with you it was too loud when I was doing this. But I guess everything is okay now, I'm guessing. So, but yes, it wasn't my intention to film them at all. There was not going to be anything about them mentioned at all. But I would love an opportunity to go back. And like I said in the video, I don't want that experience to be indicative of that particular distillery at all. Sure. Because those two people, they're not representative of them. I know the security guard maybe was just having a bad day, but and certainly maybe I have a way about me that just incites people. But
you're anyway, a very very shady looking character.
Yeah, I am. I'm a tattooed malcontent. So I would very much like the opportunity to come back and film it correctly. And
well, I have no idea if that's possible, but if it is possible, we'll get it done.
Awesome. And I would like to fly with you sometime up in Kentucky.
I told you, first of all, of course, that would be a blast. I am jealous that you got to fly the castle before me. I've been wanting to get a good look at the castle and fly a drone over it. When we're in session in the legislature, it's every year, I actually live in Lexington. And so I drive by that place every single day on my way to the state capitol. And I went to school up there. I've wanted to fly around it and do what you did, but now you've done it. Now I can just send people to your video.
Well, I appreciate you doing that. You know, I was on my way with another friend, Zach, to the Ark exhibit, and I passed right by the castle.
I did beat you to that one.
Okay, very cool. But
did you fly it?
I did. I asked for permission. They wanted me to be there one day. I think I was there right before they opened. I had to show up early in the morning. It was August, and I was using a Mavic Pro at the time.
Did they want to see the footage? Because I know they want to make sure that there's plenty of people, or at least it looks like there's plenty of people there.
I offered the footage to them in exchange for letting me fly there, because I'm happy to give it to them. I think I shared it by Dropbox with them, but they were adamant about wanting me to do it when it wasn't open, like when nobody was there yet. So as soon as when the gates opened, I had to clear out.
Okay, yeah, we did a similar thing, but on the way there, we passed by the castle, and my friend was like, "Dude, castle!" It's like, "Yeah, I know, dude. We gotta." And then I looked on Air Map, and it's like, airport.
It's right, yeah. It's real close to Bluegrass Field.
Yeah. I want to ask you, how did you get interested in drones? What brought you into our little community?
They're slick, right? They're awesome. Drones are just the coolest thing. Being able to see and have a perspective on the world that's not on the ground. Several years ago, I've got 5 brothers and no sisters, and my mother purchased all 6 of us collectively a Phantom 3. I think it was a Pro.
Oh, wow!
And of course, me being the gadget nerd that I am, I was the first to have it out of the box, charged up, flying it, and I fell in love with it. And so I started a company not long after that. Acquired my own drone, the Inspire 1 Pro, that I used first. Which looked really cool, but and I would kill to have your Inspire 2, but man, they just don't fly long enough. I love having the flight time of the Phantom or the Mavic.
Yeah, and I have to ask, a of your siblings, who still flies?
I don't know that I've seen any of them other than any of the other 5 fly the darn thing a single time. I think a couple have.
So they're just collecting dust
now,
somewhere?
But
the drones are just in a closet collecting dust somewhere, huh?
Not if it was at my house, it wouldn't be.
Cool.
I have 2 brothers that are actually private pilots, and so maybe they get their fix that way, and a drone is too lowly for them.
Oh, I see. They're real pilots. I got
That's
you.
right. That's right.
So, what is your opinion on the current fluidity of FAA drone law? And the second part of my question, sir, would you consider Kentucky a drone-friendly state? And is it going to get friendlier? Because the drone industry it's booming, and you don't want to miss out on all that money.
I think Kentucky is. We actually passed 2 bills this particular year that have been floating around. One of them is a critical infrastructure bill where it's a pretty brief, but it simply says if you're not operating a governmental sort of drone, if you're not emergency services or some other government or university, you can't fly over things like power plants and water treatment facilities and rail beds, or not rail beds, but rail yards, petroleum plants, that sort of thing. So there's some minor restrictions on that unless you get consent. And then the other bill that we passed was really governing law enforcement use of it. That one's been around for 5 years, floating around. The same sponsor. She's a great state rep, and she's been pushing for it for several years. And she finally got it through, and thankfully it had to come through my committee. I chair the Senate Judiciary Committee, and as the only commercial drone pilot in the Kentucky legislature, she wanted to make sure it had my blessing, and I made some changes to both bills to make sure it was friendly and respective of drone pilots and didn't go too far.
That's awesome. What is your favorite drone that you have?
Ooh. I love the camera on the Phantom 4 series, the Advanced and the Pro. I love that camera. But, man, the portability of the Mavic is just nice. I had one for a short period of time, and I just couldn't do the commercial work that I wanted to do with it because the camera wasn't nearly as good as the one on the Phantom 4 Advanced and the Pro. And so I had to give up the portability. But, man, being able to throw it over your shoulder and fold it up in your hand, you're done.
Right.
Man, I love that. I miss that. If there was a way that they could make the Phantom 4 Advanced and the Pro fold up into a Mavic-sized package and fly just as long, that would be ideal.
Yeah, that's what everybody thought the Mavic 2 was going to be.
Haven't they kind of done that with the Mavic 2 Pro?
Well, but see, I haven't seen enough footage from the camera on that Hasselblad camera to know if it actually stacks up well enough with this one sensor on the 4.
Yeah.
Maybe it does.
Almost. Is it fun being a senator? Is it?
Most of the time, it's a pretty gratifying job to be able to serve my constituents here. In fact, I'm gonna move my camera a little bit, so pardon the wobble. I'm actually just outside. There's the Capitol Dome here in the Bluegrass.
Look at that! You got the coolest office ever. That's and I see
office.
I see all the helmets, the hard hats there from opening ceremonies from this and that, I guess, right?
Yeah, from different groundbreakings, that sort of thing. It's a rewarding job. It's tough, and the issues are difficult, and sometimes you have to make really tough choices. But man, when you have a victory and you've done the right thing and you've helped people, it's a gratifying feeling to do it.
So do you do most of your work right there in Kentucky, or do you? How often do you got to go to D.C.?
Oh, it's all in Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah, the state capital here is in Frankfort, and we meet every year, but only for a part of the year, sort of the first quarter of the year. Odd years we meet a shorter amount of time. Even years we meet a little bit longer, but it's all in Kentucky. Now, there are different conferences and things that I might attend here and there about issues that I have done some work on. I serve on a national, it's called the National Conference of State Legislatures, Child Welfare and Advisory Group. There are other things related to the opioid crisis that I've worked on, and juvenile justice things that I've worked on. That's a big one. And you go and meet and work with other legislators in other states, some who've done more work than you and some who haven't, and you learn. No sense in reinventing the wheel. You see what's worked in other places and you try to make it work here at home. But the work is all done here in Kentucky.
Do you find that your Senator Super Cape opens doors or lubes the wheels to your droning?
I go out of my way to not reveal that cape because I don't want anybody to ever say, "Well, you just used your senator title to get this, to do that, whatever." So I'm very careful about just following the protocol, asking for permission. I don't throw my title around. That's not the right thing to do.
But you good.
How long have you been senator for Kentucky?
I ran in 2012 against a 20-year incumbent, and I took office in January of 2013. I'm actually running to be the Kentucky Attorney General right now. That's
right now. When is that?
Will be up in 2019.
When is that decided?
2019.
20. Okay. I see. So
Kentucky's one of 2 or 3 different states that has an off year election for its constitutional officers.
Huh.
We've tried to change that, but we haven't succeeded yet. So that seat's up for 2019.
Well, is there anything you would like to say before we let you go? And also we're gonna do a thing called Would You Write It? Is there anything you'd like to leave us with?
I appreciate the opportunity to come on the show. Be sure and subscribe to my channel.
Oh, yes.
It's got some ag stuff in there more than anything else because of my work with Big Tractor Power, but I'm always looking for things just like you guys, looking for things to fly around and check out.
And what exactly is the channel?
Flight Doves.
Flight Doves.
There's a link in the description. I encourage you to click on that and check it out. He does a wonderful job. Do you have drone buddies that you hang out with on the weekend? Do you have an adventure mobile?
I do not. I need a little Mazda R, whatever it is you have.
Yeah.
You know, we got room in my adventure mobile. We have room for one more.
I'm your man, Dana.
You want to make a road trip up to Kentucky and pick up the senator?
Yeah, we'll just hang.
Can we fit the Secret Service in there?
We're not going to pick up the senator. We're going to pick up Whitney.
Yes, Whitney. Yeah, we'll leave the senator at home.
Music to my ears.
There we go. We'll pick up Whitney. Yeah. All right.
We're just going to pick up Whitney.
So it's time for Would You Write It? And it's a 2-parter today. The first part is, I think, just kind of ridiculous, but let me know what you think. This thing is made by a German company, and it's a little unusual. It's called the Icarus. And it was established in Munich, Germany in 2015 to revolutionize the way people exercise and play by combining fitness and virtual reality. So it basically, I would too, but I don't know about
I don't know how long I'd ride it, but I'd ride it.
Right. It looks fun, but it also looks pricey.
Yeah, it looks pricey.
Yeah. Look at that.
I'm sick on something that looks that nice.
It doesn't seem to be making her sick at all.
No. No, and heck, if I can end up looking like Mr. Fitness Guy there at the end of that, by just flying around a virtual drone or whatever, I am all in. All right. So usually these things are manned drones, and I am not going to disappoint today. The second, Would You Ride It? This thing, I'm not sure. This is called the Flyke.
See now, here we go.
The Flyke is an electric tricopter with 6 counter-spinning foot-long propellers inches away from your kneecaps. It can lift over 300 pounds. Top speed is 60+ miles an hour, and you get a flight time of over 1 hour. Thoughts? Would you ride this thing?
Well, since I weigh 340 pounds and my commute to the Capitol is 3 hours and 20 minutes, I ain't touching that thing.
Yeah. People in the chat, let me know. Would you ride that thing? It just looks dangerous. It just anything that requires you to wear a helmet, that flies and doesn't have a big parachute and an airbag underneath?
No thanks.
Yeah, no thanks.
What kind of batteries must that thing have?
Oh, it's got some sick batteries on there.
I mean,
If it
to
lasts
run an hour?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
six
lot.
big old props?
Yeah.
Golly. Those aren't props. Those are knee surgery tools is what those are.
So before we let you go, Whitney, sir, what do you think the future of droning is going to be as far as the economy and the laws in your state in particular, as far as, like Amazon wanting to delivery and all this? Where do you think that's headed?
I think it's headed in that direction. I think we're going to see more drone traffic. I think it's going to grow. I think Amazon, which has a very big presence in Kentucky and in northern Kentucky in particular, they were instrumental in working on some of the language here in these 2 drone bills. A couple of different of the big players on the global stage are active in that policy area. I think it's important that every state doesn't come up with its own different set of rules. It's tricky for people like us that go from place to place to know what those rules and laws are. And so you've got to be careful about that. And you want this industry to be able to grow. And I think as long as I and some of the other advocates for it are here in the legislature, or at least talking to whoever's in the legislature down the road, I think we can keep doing that. But we got to let the industry grow and to develop. I don't like the FAA requiring us to take the test every 2 years, and I don't like overburdensome restrictions and rules.
Right.
There's always some goofus that runs it for everybody else.
That's true. I think what's going to happen is one of these states, somewhere in the world, maybe in this country, hopefully, will see a lot of success. They'll pick some test cities to do their deliveries, and then they'll see the money coming in, and then other states will be like, oh, we want a part of that. So then it'll be a big grab, like to grab these tech companies and delivery places and then get hubs for Amazon and all that stuff. That's what's going to happen.
With the FedEx hub that we have in nearby there with you guys in Memphis, we've got the UPS Worldport in Louisville. We've got a lot of opportunity here in Kentucky and you guys there in Tennessee, amongst other states, to really take advantage of drone use.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Well, thank you so much again for your time.
Oh shoot! Are you kidding me? This is my blast.
I hope that you're serious. I'm not putting you on the spot or anything, but Dana and I we'll drive the Adventure Mobile up there and we'll pick you up.
I'm counting on it at this point. If you didn't, I'd be disappointed.
Awesome. Never know. We may come in the middle of the week and just ram right in your office.
Yeah, we'll bum rush your office. your secretary.
We're here to see Whitney.
Bring it on, man.
Awesome.
I'm ready. My batteries will be charged.
Thank
you, sir.
Come on.
All right. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, pal.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's a nice guy. Wasn't he a nice guy? He's a good fella, that guy.
Awesome.
Yeah. Awesome. So I guess now it's time to give away something.
Hey, we're giving away more junk.
All right. Time to give away more junk. I think people are ready for it. They've waited. And now it's time to give away the awesome lens filters. These are ND filters for your Mavic 2 Zoom. And this is a quality item. It's a 6 filter set. It's got all the flavors. It's got a little wipey cloth in here.
Nice little box.
Yep. And this is from a company.
I already know the answer.
Yes, you do. No hints from the audience. This is from a company called Neato Tech. And that's pretty cool. So,
Neato Tech.
The first person to correctly answer in the chat wins. Okay? The question.
I'm watching.
And yes, Dana's watching. The question is, since we're doing a thing on filters, on poolsupplies.com, how much is the Carvin Laser 22.5 inch, 250 pound capacity sand filter tank? So, I mean, it's, it's filters. We're talking about filters, another kind of filter. So once again, on poolsupplies.com, how much is the Carvin with a C Laser 22.5 inch, 250-pound capacity sand filter tank. First correct answer wins the filters. And now, Alexa, tell me a joke.
Where was the crow laid to rest?
Where?
In the sarcophagus.
In a what?
Where was the crow laid to rest? In the sarcophagus. And with that, I'm out. And bye. That was horrible. I don't know why I keep trying. I keep coming back to that well, and it's still filled with sand.
Stop.
Oh, we have a winner.
G.
We have a winner.
Greg G.
Greg G. What up, G? You win.
Greg G is the first.
And here is the correct answer for the Carvin Lager 22.5-inch, 250-pound sand filter tank. It's $22.99. Yeah.
$229.99.
$229.99. Congratulations.
Wow. Greg G was the first one.
Yes, very cool. So, Dana, how you doing? You're not sleepy yet?
You do know I have to leave tonight.
Are you leaving tonight? Where you going, man?
I'm going to Ohio and then over to Ashland, Kentucky.
Oh my goodness. So you what time are you heading out?
Here in just a few hours.
Okay. Are you going to try to take a nap? Is that what you're going to do?
No.
Okay, so we got time.
Listen to this.
You know what? Since you haven't been here very often, the peeling videos have piled up.
They've piled up.
Let's go ahead and peel.
Hey, where's Dana? Dana, where? Oh, there you are. I see you, little buddy. Hey, I hear you don't like to peel stuff off of stuff. Yeah, well, it sounds to me like all that riding around in your little tour buses has made you weak. Because real men peel.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's how tough guys do things around here, huh? Check this out. Ah, yeah. I can take it. Yeah. And I got another one of those, too. Yeah, let's see you try that, Mr. Fancy Pants Country Star, huh? Yeah. Hey, I can peel this off, too, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's where we separate the men from the bass players. Yeah. And you think that makes me tough? Well, check it out. I can rip off...
Wonderful, wonderful,
There you
wonderful.
go.
All right.
That's great every time I see it.
It's funny every time, isn't it? All right, so I've got 3 peelers for you to check out. The first one is from Butch McGee. This is Butch McGee peeling for you.
Oh, this is a major peel.
That's a big peel right there.
Yeah, that's peeling there.
For those who don't know, Dana leaves the plastic on his electronic gizmos, and it frustrates me to no end. What do you have within reach right now that is still non-peeled, Dana? Certainly you must have something.
Certainly I must, but I don't know what it is. It might be this remote end may still have the...
And why do you do that? I am positive that the people watching right now, there are more peelers than non-peelers.
See, there you go.
So just let us know in the chat, peel or non-peel, while I show this next one to Dana. This is from Richie. Richie,
there's some that peel, there's some that don't.
You're a weird people. This is from Richie. I've seen stuff like this that has peelable plastic on it that really doesn't need to have. Like the Mavic 2. It had plastic on it in places that it just doesn't need. Look at Dana's face. That's why we do this, for that look right there.
What?
That look right there. Yes, that is precious.
Oh, man.
And now I dare say this next one is the best peel that we've ever been sent. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to make a face on Dana that we probably have never seen before. This is from Stuart Beresford. It is an item that I've never seen peeled before. And here it is for you, Dana, in all of its glory. This is from Peter Beresford.
Dana and Ken. And this is my Thetford Porta Potty Cube.
The toilet.
And it's the 365 model. But this is the reason why I'm recording it. Ooh, look at that. Just listen. Let's listen. Oh. Really.
Oh,
maybe we should start. So maybe no.
Oh
no.
man, they really wanted
No,
that
let's start, maybe.
potty to be pristine. Oh man, oh Peter, no! Oh Peter!
You got so mad
this is
there.
going to be a difficult one.
Peter, potty peeler.
Man.
It's gonna splash if you don't be careful.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of that face on Dana. And I'm gonna make it the face that pops up whenever he calls me.
In fact, you don't want it over here while you're pooping or peeing. But that's just for a college prank.
There you go.
That makes me think of. Remember when you was in school and you would, maybe you've done this, but you raised the rim and lid of the toilet and put saran wrap and then close it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
food goes.
Yeah. What do you call that? An upper
Just
decker?
saying.
An upper decker. I forget what it's called.
Well, I call it about to pee all over yourself.
Yeah. Now, would you mind terribly if I bragged for a moment? You know me, Dana. I'm not one to brag, even though I'm awesome.
Oh.
Even though I'm completely and totally awesome, I rarely brag.
Oh, about your hair or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? I forgot to mention the thing that I wanted to mention when the senator was on, but we'll mention it right after this. I did a video for an architectural company of the JW Marriott in Nashville. And this came about because of that video that you and I did. I believe it was in the wintertime when the JW Marriott was still under construction. And so this company was doing a promotional video for the architectural company that manufactured the fenestration, which is the window frames that go around this round building. And they sent me the final production that features some of my aerial footage. Would you like to see it? Say yes.
Of course.
Okay, here go. This is just a little bit of it.
Even though I was right there in it.
Oh yeah, but you haven't seen the finished production. YKK is the company that makes your zipper, by the way. They also make
The project started
fenestration.
when the client, Turnberry Associates, came to us for the project, and we did a lot of the initial planning. The relationship with Architectonica also started very early in the concept design. Our instructions from our client was to look at an economical solution that was iconic, that really was for a full-service hotel that really would make a statement in Nashville that would be at the very top of the market.
Yeah. Get to my stuff. Yeah. Come on.
Keep the customer
There we go.
from having to go on the outside, be able to do as much of the installation and sealing of the project from the inside. Those were all very, challenging aspects to the project.
The inspiration was to develop something that was unique to Nashville. There's not much else in Nashville that employ a
Isn't that cool, Dana? I mean, I'm very proud of that.
Well, you should be, man. It looks cool.
Yeah, and this just came about from me and Dana just going out looking for stuff to film. And Dana, I always end up downtown filming some sort of tall building. And Dana's I think right before we did this, you're like, oh, you want to film a skyscraper again? I'm like, yeah, man, come on, man, yeah. But having this out on YouTube led me to the person that had me do this job, so it was very beneficial. And it was really cool to be able to have access to the building have all the permissions, and be actually the first one to fly a drone off of the skyscraper in Nashville. That was awesome.
Right on the roof we were too.
Yeah.
That's what was so cool.
Yeah.
And then be able to set and install panels all from the inside of the building. So that greatly speeds up the whole installation process.
This is where they used a lot of the construction footage here.
There was an exterior crane that helped load the floors. So when we came to that opening, the way our system went together is the mullions overlapped each other. So we actually had to develop a custom application mullion for when the crane actually was removed for the building. There were some challenges in the design of this building, really revolving around a restaurant level. The span there grew substantially. And one of the discussion points there was, how do we keep the building skin looking uniform from, you know, the other 20 plus floors, and then hit this mezzanine level that had the restaurant and have it appear to be the same.
That projection, square foot for square foot, is probably the most complicated structure that I have ever worked on in my life.
That was produced by a company called Lunar View Media, and yeah, there's a link to the full video if you're interested in the description.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty darn cool.
Thanks, man. So, if you've won something from this stream, please email me right here, kenheronupload@gmail.com, and remind me what you've won. Try to be honest. Your real name, the prize, your address, and allow about 3 weeks for my laziness to get it to you.
Well, again, try to be honest.
Yeah, try to be honest.
Really
I know
work hard at it.
I know I've sent out multiple sets of eyeballs to the same person. But that's more my fault than your fault. Anyway, I do have the eyeballs. Speaking of eyeballs, these keep the birds away from your drone right to your log out. I have in vanilla and chocolate. I have in phantom size and Mavic size. So they're very cool. Next week, a really cool guest. His name is Randy Severino. He works for big Marvel Productions on films for Clint Eastwood, Steven Spielberg, films like Iron Man, Spider-Man, Thor, Sully, American Sniper. He worked on Ready Player One. He's a set dresser, and he's actually, right at this very moment, working on his next film. So he's gonna, and he uses his personal drone to show the director what the shots might look like. And we'll talk to him next week. That is November 8th. Now, November 15th, I won't be here. I'll be doing the show from Lexington. Dana, are you? Okay, you look like you were frozen there for a second. I've been invited to a day at the races at Churchill Downs in Lexington, Kentucky on November 15th. And I'm going to have access to film the horses and the interview people. It's going to be a big fun day. Yeah.
Sounds like a fun day.
Now, the viewer video of the week is amazing. It's really cool. If you're a fan of trees, you're going to love this one. That's a tease. But first, we've got to talk about something that really kind of upsets me. And I first noticed it couple of days ago when I tried to use it, but it wasn't there. Dana, did you know that there is no drone emoticon?
I don't think I knew that.
Don't you think there ought to be?
It saddens me that there's not.
Yes. I think that the people who are in charge of emoticons, and there is an emoticon group, it's called the Unicode Consortium. That's the real name. It sounds like some kind of evil corporation. It's called the Unicode Consortium. It's a group made up of mostly volunteers from tech firms, and they vote on which new emoji to add to the roster of available symbols each year. And you have to kind of get on your knees and beg them to include your idea for an emoji.
You need a drone emoji.
We need a drone emoji. So if there's anyone out there who has connections, maybe they know a senator. I'm just saying. I mean, you know, I'm just saying, maybe, you know, like if somebody who was of import, who also droned or maybe knew someone has some connection to the Unicode Consortium, that they would please have a drone emoticon available. Because then I could just go, beep, 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 beep. Hey, Dana, would you like to drone emoticon? Right, like that, yeah. So, I guess it's time. We've gone very long, and I know Dana is craving his recliner. Are you not, sir?
You know I am.
Yeah.
You know I am.
Viewer video of the week. This is from G. Carmichael. And, oh, wait a minute. You know what? Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Did I miss a bunch of super chats? I think I did.
I don't know about that. All I do know is that there are several that is needing, wanting, requiring razzmatazz.
Oh, we will not forget the Raz this week. But
they are needing it.
I apologize to everybody. I wish I could go back and scroll. Thank you for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. Please don't get your feelings hurt. If you're supporting the channel, man, thank you so much. Now, those of you who are tuned into the channel, you know about the little spark that is traveling around the world to help the charity. And right now it's on its way to Sweden to Matthias Allring. It just left Hong Kong and Young 360. We're going to be auctioning it off at the end of its journey around the world to Make-A-Wish International to help the kids. And I've been getting footage from people. Greg had it first, but Young 360, she sent me some footage from Hong Kong that just blew me away, and I have to share this. This is just a portion of it. She launched the Spark from the middle of Hong Kong from a park and went straight up. Just sit back. We won't talk over it. You just sit back and enjoy this. This is absolutely astonishing footage from Young 360. Check out her channel if you can.
Seemed like there was a spot or two that they could still put a few more buildings.
Yeah, the real estate there is pretty coveted.
Something that caught my eye there that I thought was kind of ironic. As she was going along there, it said Merrill Lynch on that building.
Yeah.
Bank of America.
Yeah, that's a little bit of America in downtown Hong Kong. Yeah. So thank you, Young 360. Everybody that is involved, it's going to Sweden, then Denmark, Germany, the UK, Argentina, and then back up to Texas. I'll edit all the video together. Everybody's signing the little drone, then we will auction it off for the kids. But right now, it's time for the viewer video of the week. This is from G. Carmichael. He says, hey, Ken, this is called Autumn in New Hampshire. Turned out to be a spectacular one in New Hampshire. We traveled through Francetown, Wilton, Peterborough, Sharon, and Ringe, New Hampshire. Enjoy this, the viewer video of the week.
leaves are turning brown. Red and yellow, soon they'll be falling down. Now, I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon. The light that flickers will blow away the side. And all that blossomed will wither away and die. Not now, I'm not ready, not just yet. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. I'm not ready for autumn. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon. Autumn comes too soon.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that's
beautiful thing.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much, G. Carmichael. I really appreciate
All right.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You
just.
know, Ken, autumn comes way too soon.
It does. It comes way too soon. And I'm dressed up as Nacho Kenny because Dana and we had an experience recently, didn't we?
Yes, we certainly did.
Yes. And that experience will be shared on my channel very soon. You want to tell them a little bit about it? Tell them a little bit about it.
Little bit, just a little bitty about it.
Yeah.
A little micro about it.
Yeah.
Ken and I
Wrestling
we went to see the Micro
Federation.
Federation.
Yeah.
And it was quite entertaining and quite interesting.
Yep.
And comical all at the same time.
It will be a feast for the eyes as soon as I'm done editing it.
It certainly will be.
So do check that out. But for now, it's time to say buh and bye.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thanks to everybody. Thank you very much, Dana Williams, Jeff Sills in the newsroom, and Senator Whitney Westerfield of Kentucky. You got to go fly with that guy. Sounds like it could be fun.
Good,
so, everyone, much appreciated. Again, if you want some eyeballs, go ahead and go to heronaerialphotography.com, or you can just PayPal my email. There's a link at the bottom of the page. Until next time, we love you. We mean it. Thanks to everybody, all the super chats, and buh.
And bye.
It locked up. Ha ha! That would have been smooth. I think we're still on. Danny, you still on? It locked up.
No, I'm good.
Wow. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and have to reboot the Wirecast. Goodness, Dana, tell him a joke while I do it.
Well, I mean, man, it's where everything is rocking well and all that. I do want to tell you guys, if you're still with us, which
Hold everything. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Can you hear us? Can you see us? Oh, and my camera crapped out on me too. Are we back? Goodness, I did promise. I promised. And we must fulfill the promises. Ladies and gentlemen. Razzmatazz. Yes.
Oh, Dennis sees me. Dennis sees me.
Let the razzmatazz wash over you.
Dennis sees me.
Dennis sees Dana. Now
But
everybody.
I don't see anything.
That's okay.
And I'm happy about it.
We're good.
Because you're soon not going to see me either.
The razzmatazz. Let it wash over you and wash away any of the bad things that happened at the end of the show.
Based in the razzmatazz.
Based. Okay.
Yes. Based.
That's enough.
As Mark says.
Bye, buddy.
See you guys.
Okay.
enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, the killer of processed meat. I enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, and you give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, a tail like a processed meat. Yeah. That was so funny.